My name is Joe Alkayat. I'm a barrister specialising in commercial law, and it's a great pleasure that today we're going to go through lots and lots of new cases relating to termination, some historical cases as well. But ultimately, what we'll be trying to do is give an overview of termination at common law and at contract law. We'll be looking at the contractual termination rights for cause and for convenience, looking at how those are drafted typically. We'll also be looking and spending quite a bit of time on repudiatory breaches and material breaches, which typically are defined within the contracts themselves. As I mentioned, we will look at drafting issues that can relate to some of those provisions. We'll then look at how parties sometimes delay what it is they want to do. Do they want to terminate? Are they willing to carry on? And in those circumstances, we'll look at the pitfalls of losing your termination rights. The other aspect we'll have a look at today are the damages. Ultimately, when we're terminating a contract, we need to know what it is we're going to be getting at the end of it. And depending on the route of termination, depending on whether we choose a common law termination approach or purely looking at the contract for contractual termination, which can be safer, depending on which one we choose, will often dictate what entitlement we have to damages. So we'll spend a bit of time looking at that and some of the case law in that area. We'll very briefly have a look at termination notices and how those can be very significant when you're deciding, once you've decided what method of termination you're going down, or route of termination, you've got to decide what notice procedure you're going to follow. And again, sometimes the contract will make that clear, and sometimes it won't. To finish off, we'll have a look at a termination scenario, and we'll just ask some rhetorical questions as we're going through that scenario, just so we can apply some of the principles that we've spoken about during the course of this webinar. And then we'll have a wrap up where we'll have a look at some of the key takeaways before you move on and complete some of the questions relating to this session.